From high on a mountaintop in the Chilean Andes, scientists will soon be able to see the universe like never before and better understand where it came from. This is the Vera Rubin Observatory, home to the most advanced telescope ever made. Its goal is to map the entire night sky every 3 days for 10 years. The amount of light it captures, the speed it operates, the resolution of the camera. Every detail of the observatory's design is to help it answer some of the universe's biggest mysteries.
The design of Rubin Observatory has been driven by 4 science goals: probing the nature of dark energy and dark matter, exploring the transient optical sky, taking an inventory of the solar system, and mapping the Milky Way.
With final preparations underway, TechNow was granted early access to the telescope to see how this potentially world-changing tech works up close.
First plan is to take a sweep through wavelengths, and the goal here is to do a few different pointings so that we can get different filter angles and different positions on the mirror.
One of the system's unique elements is the compact design of its mirrors.
And essentially it has 3 mirrors. The light comes into the primary mirror, and then that light gets reflected and goes onto the secondary mirror, and then that reflects the light onto the third mirror. After the third mirror, it goes onto the camera, which sits in the middle of the secondary mirror. The optical system really lets us collect a lot of light, which is really important because we want to go really deep and observe things that are from really far away, which essentially means in astronomy that they're from earlier times.
All of this is made possible thanks to the observatory's camera, which is the largest digital camera ever built. 1.65 meters tall and weighing 2,800 kilograms. At 3,200 megapixels, it is so high resolution it could capture a golf ball on the moon.
This camera has a field of view that is 3 times larger than the largest camera that was previously constructed at a nearby observatory. If you took your finger and held it at arm's reach and put it up to the sky, and you took an image with LSST cam, potentially, depending on where you're looking at, tens of thousands of galaxies will fit into that one little portion of the sky that is covered by your finger. And now imagine that over the entire southern sky, we're getting an unprecedented data set, not just of galaxies, but of variable stars and near-Earth objects as well.
Watch your step on the top.
The telescope sits inside a dome. It must be kept pitch black when it's time to open it to the night sky. But today the team are calibrating the camera, essentially testing it out. So for now, they can use dim red lights to move around in the dark.
There's a whole engineering unit dedicated to making sure this dome is dark.
Periodically at night, people walk through the dome without turning any lights on while observing and just look for LEDs and other things that we need to black out.
For those afraid of the dark, worry not. A tap on your phone and... Compared to other telescopes, Rubin is incredibly compact. That reduced size makes it much easier to move.
In Rubin Observatory, we have 2 different mechanical structures here. We have the dome, which is moving currently around us, and we have the telescope mount. So we have a dome that can follow where our telescope mount is moving whenever we point at different locations on the sky.
It can move and it can settle and be ready to take another image in 4 seconds. And that's very fast for a telescope. So roughly every 40 seconds we're taking a new image. We do that, depending on the season, between probably 8 to 12 hours per night. And together with calibration data that we collect during the day, that amounts to roughly 20 terabytes of data per night.
Within seconds, the image data is sent to facilities in California and Scotland, where it will be stored and analysed. By comparing images over the course of 10 years, researchers will be able to capture the changing nature of the night sky with support from the US National Science Foundation. They call this the Legacy Survey of Space and Time.
It's able to acquire images of supernovae over long periods of time, looking at the life cycle of certain patches of the sky. We're also looking to see other pulsating stars, things like that. And most importantly, from a scientific perspective, we are very interested in trying to understand dark energy and dark matter.
How do you capture something that's dark?
So dark energy and dark matter do not emit any light. What we can see is the way that they influence things that do emit light. And for dark energy, we're looking at measuring the rate of accelerated expansion, looking deeper and deeper into cosmic time to get a better understanding of how fast is the universe aging and accelerating and growing in space.
The 10-year survey hasn't yet begun, but the team have tested the telescope and captured preliminary images which are not yet available to the public.
When we got the first photon, it was in a special moment. It does really give you the perspective of this entire project, right? When I first started working with this project, I met with someone who had been working on it since 1996, and I was born in 1997. So it's really humbling on one side, but also it makes you realize that this is like an endeavor of a generation of astronomers.
One of the things that's really exciting people about this telescope is it will capture so many more events at such high speed, in such high definition, that it will capture those 1 in a million events. It will not just answer questions that scientists already have, but it will throw up questions scientists have never even thought about.
And so what that really means is that we've built a telescope that is a discovery machine. It will open up the unknown.